Lampertsbierg sie noch feileit, sie wohnen an feine Mauren, töchte Banken, Arbeit von de Bauern, die beste Schulen, jene zwei, an eure Büro von der Polizei. Heilei, heilei, von der Polizei. Sie nützen mit, ihre Kränklit, wird das Hit von der Elite. Verschwunden zwar zu mir, aber ich bin vom Lampertsberg. Die Gescheit aus dem ganzen Land kommen auf der Lampertsberg gerannt. Ob Technik oder Klassik, erst die schickste Klicker noch der Flick. And
then there was a curse that was put on the city of Luxembourg, I think, because of this disobedience.
Oh, that's why we get bad weather? In the 70s, the government saw that mining wasn't going to be big for future, so they had to come up with an alternative. And then on the drawing table, they thought out a strategy to make our economy about finance. So they created a very beneficial tax system for companies and transformed Luxembourg into a tax haven.
Maar wie kleit, da geht da wieder Leid. So's mein Pap an hue Stirbesbett bereit. Liebe lang geschafft für das Eis. Soll besser gehen, dat war sein Arbeit. Mal sei Schweizer sein Ersatz, wäre nur men, doch just wird Katz vom Glück, gute mir just.
Je crois très clairement que la façon de, ou le marché, le premier marché de travail aujourd'hui, il n'est pas très humain, ça ne fonctionne pas. Les gens qui travaillent ils sont stressés, ils sont fixés sur gagner un salaire parce qu'ils ont tel ou tel prêt à repayer et donc ils sont poussés à l'avant pour avancer et plus. Après, parce qu'on est vraiment stressé, on a besoin de ces vacances, qu'on va se payer très cher et on va loin, à cette plage ou à cette île. Et en fin de compte, on oublie de vivre le jour pour jour. Et je crois que ces gens, ils se rendent compte à un certain moment qu'ils ne sont pas heureux parce que ce qu'ils font, c'est de travailler pour vivre, mais ils n'ont pas le temps de vivre.
Ich los man nicht wie Sohn, weil ich wohn, ob ze Stunde, Berg ob ze Ton, nicht just schaffe gehen, ze mal was sie so, ich los man nicht wie Sohn, weil ich wohn, ob ze Stunde, Berg ob ze Ton, nicht just schaffe gehen, ze mal was sie so.
Transition, I think it's for me at least, it's quite a large word. Anyone can do transition at their own level. I think you don't have to go 100% eco-friendly. You can start where you are and try and transition in parts of your lives.
suis d'abord passé par par ce chemin classique, hein, avant de commencer cette école où j'ai appris l'entrepreneuriat social, l'économie sociale et solidaire. Avant de faire ça, j'ai fait un diplôme universitaire de technologie sur le commerce international. Au bout de 6 mois, j'ai arrêté parce que je ne me sentais pas appartenir à ce monde-là. Et j'ai trouvé une cohérence en faisant tous ces petits gestes au quotidien. Je me sens cohérent selon mes valeurs. Je ne suis pas parfait. 100% cohérent, c'est très difficile. À moins de vivre tout nu dans la forêt.
For me, transition is a way of getting to where I want to be, and that means whatever it takes to get closer to a world that I want to live in and I thrive in. In my case, that means a place where people are fulfilled and happy, a place where people can live with each other, respect each other and their environment, a place where we're aware of the consequences of our acts and we take responsibility for those.
Dan Bosco setzt op de knieën aan. Het botst door dat botsvraag. Van al de botsvragen. In Kosovo Mossam. Dan Bosco setzt op de traan. Het moest dus weer door als geen plaats. Bij hem.
Also ich habe 7 Jahre lang Philosophie studiert und war also für mich theoretisch mehr abstrakt, mehr am Wand und ich war immer schon immens interessiert und all den Studien, die mit Natur konzerniert sind, ohne dass ich aber ganz konkret irgendwo gelandet sind, für wirklich mal am Boden zu schaffen, so ein Schmoll. Und wie ich da zurückgekommen bin auf Lützburg, habe ich einfach gemerkt, ich brauche das Studien als Korrektur zu der vieler Theorie, zu der vieler Abstraktion, etwas ganz Konkretes. Ich wollte wirklich mal etwas vom Boden machen. Auch von Transition hatte ich auch schon auf der Uni hören. Das war immer so ein Begriff, der rundherum gespielt hat. Und ich wusste, Kinder erklären, was das wäre. Aber ich war aber noch nicht konkret Teil davon. Aber wie ich da zurückgekommen bin, von dem Permakulturkur hören, war es für mich so immens erleichternd, dann den Kur einfach mal zu machen, mich auf den Prozess anzulassen und all den Sachen zu wissen, einfach zu gucken, wo ich in dem Prozess stehe. Und es ist mir immens Freude, dass ich die Spur geholt habe und ich merke, ich gehe los weiter und Wert weitergehen. Und eine immens tolle Erfahrung und der ich gewusst bin und auch immens Lust weiter zu wissen.
Je ne savais pas encore le nommer, mais je savais que c'est ça que je cherchais. Et une fois que j'ai découvert, je me suis dit, ok, c'est trop bien, c'est trop... Et maintenant, je participe activement à ce mouvement. Je dis que c'est un mouvement, mais c'est un passage vers quelque chose de plus respectueux de la nature et respectueux de l'homme. C'est changer... adapter nos comportements, nos habitudes de vie et nos actions chaque jour pour être plus respectueux de l'homme et de la nature.
So the transition movement is a social movement. that is very much about harnessing citizen power. So basically it's about looking these twin challenges that we have in the face, which is climate change and peak oil, and kind of saying, okay, so what can we as communities do about this? Because often if we're individuals, we don't feel like we can do anything, and we feel like our governments are doing too little. But as communities, we can harness like some power on a local level to effect some change. And that's what I find really inspiring about transition. It's important because basically we're in an interesting situation in the history of humanity, as since about 30 years we're in overshoot, which means that every year we're using more resources than we actually have on our earth. And this has very much consequences on all our systems, including ecological systems or ecosystems, where we're seeing basically the gradual extinction of a lot of species in all types of worlds, so not just mammals, but also insects, bees, pollinators, but also the life of the soil, for instance. But also we're seeing effects on this, on the social systems that we have. So our societies are already being affected in the sense that we have migrants that go away from wars that happen because of resources or because of climate change having devastated their areas. And so we're also seeing political changes because of this. And politics has already been very much affected by this systemic crisis that we're currently in. And in order to solve any crisis, you need to be able to think something new, otherwise you cannot resolve it. And so basically what we're looking at is pretty much a complete scrapping of those systems of inequality that are currently known as capitalism, to kind of really scrap them and to propose something new. So what we're doing is we're operating on 3 axes. One of them is the construction of utopia. So basically it's about bringing about projects that can show and showcase and really make people think about the types of changes that we want to see. So it's about food projects, it's about how to have different building types of projects, it's about how to have a different type of education type projects, all kinds of things. That's the first axis, so constructing of utopia. And the second axis is really about institutional dialogue, because we are very much in need of bringing everybody into the boat. So it's not just about us as kind of, left-wing hippies to bring about this big change, but it needs to concern everybody. Transition has affected a lot of people positively. They've met a different type of quality of relating, so they've made some friends. They've found some allies. I regularly have the feedback that people have been feeling very isolated, and then now they see that there's so many people interested in this and maybe disillusioned with their lives, their work, and looking for alternatives, looking for people who are also already doing things, looking for inspiration. I think transition has been very good at inspiring people.
Sing jumbo and tell it to them all. Long live the day that is dawning. And crow like a cock and carol like a lark for the life that is coming in the morning.
At creating hope in some ways. With showing the tools in which to do the simple things like maybe make a community garden, how to approach the authorities, and how to maybe make your group really nice place so people want to come back. In that sense, I think it's been very inspirational, and this current government has very much pushed the idea of transition to some degree, because obviously there are so many different things that are breaking the speed at which you can hope to transition. But I think there has been some rallying around this idea, because it's not wedded to the environmental movement in the sense that it's always like also bringing in social and economic and environmental also aspects, but it's like it's very different from the environmental movement as such. And so people have more ways to attach themselves to it. Like we have the Do It Yourself Festival, for instance, which is a very mainstream activity where people come with their families and they have like a really nice time and they learn different things, they offer different things. It's about very much showing people that they can have like value and that what they know is cool and that they can share it. And so for me that has been important too.
Started like 3 years ago. I was working in finance and I started that, and I had a quite good job. But what I didn't like was that I was doing very few things good for our society, for our planet. It was everything involving money, and multinationals, and I felt also my company was good, but the people were kind of closed-minded. They were just thinking about what to buy, how to spend their money, and I was not feeling happy with that. I mean, I was not feeling that more money were giving me more happiness. And so I said, no, really, I need to do something. I need to wake up and know that I'm doing something good for our society, for our planet, for the transition, for changing this world that is going in not really in the good direction. We have to try. I know I'm just a drop, but I prefer to be a drop in the ocean than just be with the rest of the people that continue with this consuming society and polluting society.
Generationen op, schaffe sich ne derop, ma echt darauf. Schweißen zu Milliarden, das eng Scham. Für immer Manner leiden, ma mi reich zu machen. Anscheinend das Krise an der Schuld, der Patron sieht, guten Nacht Geduld, ma kriegt warte kreie wollt, muldet dat warte kreie sollt, an Schulde briechen eist genick, wir schaffen just Nacht, wir die Tick, auf Aschdauer singen Blick, kreie mir recht schlung der Steck. Ich bloß man nicht wieso, weil ich wohn, ob sie stund, den Berg ob sie tun, den Schuss schaffen gut, sind mal was sie so, den Schluss man nicht wieso, weil ich wohn, ob sie stund, den Berg ob sie tun, den Schuss schaffen gut, sind mal was sie so,